Alright, so guys, joined a little bit late, but we're going to be practicing for Command Point Tournament. We're playing Forged Stronghold. I'm playing Hierotek Circle, obviously. My opponent is playing the Intercession team. So, I have Prentek, Tesla Immortal, a Plasma Site Reanimator, Plasma Site Accelerator, Tesla Despotek, Psychomancer with Conjure Injury and Nightmare Shroud, and another Tesla. So we're running all Tesla. I have a Deathmark in Deep Strike. We're running Recon this game because I had some people talk about Recon in one of the Discords I'm part of, and honestly, I never considered Recon, but after listening to them talk, I think I've been kind of convinced that Recon might not be bad. So pardon the Commando TAC Ops. It's standing in place for Unearthed Artifice. So we're running Unearthed Artifice, Triangulate, and Mark Target. And I think my current setup, I should be able to complete Mark Target in a single turn, which would be great. And Unearthed Artifice should be another 2 free points that we should be able to max out this game. So I think we're going to be pretty good on secondaries. So if I can just put some pressure on primary, I think we might do okay. I'm taking the Psychomancer this game because I think Nightmare Shroud is really good against melee assault intercessors. And Conjure Injury obviously is really good for these guys also, or good against them. I'm taking a gamble with Tesla, and normally you wouldn't go Tesla against the Space Marines because the Gauss Blaster is better. However, my opponent is running the chapter trait for his Intercession where they're -1 crit damage. And so my thought process behind this has been, okay, well, if that's the case, I might as well go for the lethal 5-up on my Splash, because that kind of gets around the -1 damage to crit. So basically, I'm making his chapter trait useless by taking Tesla weapons because they're damage 3/3.
And you guys can wait on that.
Just because the mortal wound makes up for the -1 damage. So that's been my thought process. I don't know if that's the correct way to go, but I'm still very much in the experimentation phase of this team. So I'm just trying to do anything I can do to win the game, because I want to win the game with these guys.
Let's do that.
So yeah. I hope you guys are able to hear my opponent. I've recorded a few games, and I ended up deleting them, and I'm sorry. But they just weren't up to my standards. Yeah, give me a second. They just weren't up to my standards. Because you couldn't hear my opponent, so I'm hoping this game you can hear Dekra. We need Recon. Okay.
These guys do it. Yeah. Right.
Recon? Alright. You want to go first or second?
I'll go second. You can have initiative.
Sounds good, sir. Alright, good luck, man.
Same to you, mate.
So I am going to start off by scooting this guy up to right there. And right there. Cool. All right. Stratagems. I'm gonna play one stratagem for I think Implacable March is what it's called. Or Intractable March. Some kind of march where they move fast.
Gotcha. I will play nothing. Yeah, I'll play. I'll save my CP.
Okay.
Do you reveal attack ups?
Yes. So I have Unearthed Artifice. It's got to be outside of 6. So we're.
Well, it's on Yulian Ancients, but okay.
What's up?
That one said on Yulian Ancients, but okay, it's Artifice.
Did it take? No. Yeah, we're good. Oh, that... I didn't even notice that was... My bad. Fair enough.
Alright. Yeah, it's alright.
Yeah. I just looked at faction tac op too.
Oh, okay. okay. Alright, where do you put the artifice?
So we're gonna place it... Basically just 6.1 over here. And I'll place it like back right there. Okay. So that is right there.
Okay. I will. Nothing.
Nothing. Okay. I'm going to then reveal triangulate.
Sure.
And that's going to be it. Okay. So we'll start off with let me think. So if we go to here. Okay, so I don't have the movement to go there. That's fine. Okay, good to know. So I think what we'll do is I will have the Psychomancer jump up here. He's gonna move dash, and I'm going to... Oh wait, no, I don't want to move dash, because then I can't do the action. Let me save places for these guys. Let me check if
Yeah, I'll save everyone's place real quick.
Oh, hold on a sec. Let me save place. Let me wrangle these guys, because it's not working on them. There we go.
Oh god.
Should be able to load place here. Okay, that didn't work.
Reset.
There we go. It's alright. Didn't move their... There we go. Should be set up like that, and then these guys should be basically on the line.
Yeah. Let's try this again.
Okay.
So if I save all positions, yeah, okay, everyone stays, okay, we're good.
Good.
Carry on.
Okay. So we will have I think this Immortals is gonna move dash to go here. Okay, back to you.
Okay. Let's see, I'm gonna do... 1 second.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so if we could finish triangulate on turn 1, then we just don't have to deal with it. Diagonal, or not diagonal, corner deployments like this are the only way I can set it up for turn 1 triangulate. But, I mean, it's a pretty strong play, because then I don't have to deal with the tac-offs.
Sorry about that. I do.
We just have to deal with mark target.
Right.
Which again, I think the Tesla was the right choice, because again, with mark target, it's easier to get shots through.
2, 5.
So
Just doubts you.
that's not necessarily true. I don't know why I said that. I don't know why I said that.
Go here, open the door, and then move dash.
I'm gonna have the death mark drop in. Where's your grenade launcher, man? Right there. Okay. So he will drop in like so, and perform triangulate on this side.
Okay.
No, this is stupid. No, I take that back because you're just gonna move the grenade launcher guy over there. What we'll do instead is I'll have the accelerator activate, and we're gonna throw +1 AP over to that dude, and then we'll just move to go right there. Okay.
Sounds good.
I'll poke my head out though, just so I can get visibility on that side of the wall. Okay.
Alright. Let's see then. Okay. Six. No, that'll be 9. Yep, that's gonna block me. Oh well, not much I can do about that. He'll go there, and he's done.
Okay. I'll have my Psychomancer activate, and he's gonna go 6 to right there, and we'll unearth the artifice.
Alright. This guy. This is the best place for you. Yeah. Because otherwise, if I don't place the tensions, yeah, we can go straight. Oh, okay. So yeah, he was here.
Okay.
Right, this.
Have this Tesla Immortal. 9 to go right there. Oh, it still puts me out of 3. That's annoying. Should have taken the Chronomancer. So what should we do instead? We could go 9 to go right there. That's not going to clear that building. Okay, so what we'll do instead with this guy is he'll move, go 6 to go right there, and it'll open the door. And I'll set him up on guard because I've got an extra AP.
Indeed. Very well. Well, we still got that death mark. Let's be careful with that guy. Yeah, you can go there, yeah.
Oh, I gotta fix this plasma sight. This can't be engaged.
Good move, open door.
It cracks me up that the plasma site.
I go here.
Am I wrong on making the statement that it can never be? I think I'm not wrong on this, right? Let me check. Because I know they have the little Scuttler rule. I don't think they can be flipped to engaged.
As such.
No, they can't.
Move dash, open door.
Move dash open door.
Yes.
Okay. Fair. So you just have 2 activations left? Okay. So
This guy had Conjure Trauma. What was the other one? The
Nightmare Shroud. That's the no rerolls and no crits within 6.
Gotcha.
So my Plasma Site Reanimator over here. Wait, which side? Okay, that's this edge. Okay, so I'm going to triangulate this side, and then we will go to right, probably just right there. Now we'll go ahead and move right there. Okay.
The Deep Strike had a restriction of being 600 from my DZ, right?
Yes.
Okay. Alright.
And I believe also from enemy models.
Yeah. I think you'll go here.
That dude?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alright. I'm just gonna have this Despotech move dash to go right there. And we'll have the Apprentech just go to right there for now.
What did the last guy do?
Oh, okay. Yeah, go for it.
Decisions. Not sure where to put you. Could we put you here? Somewhere else, these ones. Go here. That's it.
Okay. So we'll just have the Prentech just move to right there. And then we'll have the Deathmark drop in. Where's your gunners over here? Okay. So he'll drop right there, and I will triangulate this side. So that scores 1 for triangulate.
Sure.
And I think that's the end of the turn. So this goes under my control, but we don't score this turn. Yep. And then I'll score 1 point for Unearthed Artifice. Okay. Well, that was fun.
Hell yeah.
We'll save and ready positions. And cool. I think we're good to roll off now.
Yep.
I get a 3.
It's 6.
Alright. Do you want to go first or second?
We shall.
Oh, I didn't. That's weird. This guy didn't get wrangled. Me. Safe place.
Do do I want initiative? I suppose so. Or maybe not. Do you have any alpha strike possibilities here? No, even with March, it's not gonna work. You could go on guard, I guess, but this guy could. Blast out in you. 1, 5, 6. Not really. Okay, sure. I'll take initiative.
Okay.
Yep. I forgot I need to secure this. Yeah. For number 2. Okay.
Oh yeah, of course.
So for CP, I shall do.
Did you spend a CP on turn 1?
No, I have a 4.
Oh, okay.
I guess assault doctrine.
So that allows you to reroll melee attack? Okay.
It would allow me to reroll melee attack. Because. Yeah, okay, I'll do assault doctrine.
Okay.
I can only do one doctrine at a time, right? Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
The tactical, it was reroll one of your dice in the shooting phase, and shooting it was in 6. Yeah, well, I could be in. No, I'll do the tactical one instead. So tactical's active. Do you do anything?
Tactical? Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna spend 1 CP for Intractable March again.
Okay. Let's see. I do nothing else. I can't do anything else.
Okay.
Alright, please.
I have nothing.
What do you
to
do?
reveal.
Okay. I'll do. Shock and awe.
Shock and awe! To the end of the turning point, friendly operatives control one or more objective markers that. Oh, okay. This is just shock tactics for Space Marines. Gotcha. Okay.
Believe so. And damage limitation.
Damage limitations. You can't lose a dude. Look at you with your super risky ploy use. Or
yeah.
use.
Yeah.
Have you had success with damage limitation? Because I never take it because I feel like I always lose dudes.
Yeah, it's pretty bad, but I drew it and it was best option. So GG.
Yeah.
Not much.
I know that feeling. So what do you got first?
Let's see. Decisions. I could have here. And then shoot that guy. Alright, I think this guy will engage, open door, charge.
Okay.
He's not gonna help me much, I think, so at the end, yeah. Charge this guy, and...
Wanting to touch this objective too, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, as such.
Cool. Alright. So
And you'll fight.
4 attacks. So I get 2 hits and a crit.
Where's my stuff here? I need. Ah, yes, this is somewhat like the color scheme. 3s.
Get 2 crits and a hit.
Yes. I had to reroll something here just in case to kill you.
Well, you get a free reroll with Assault Doctrine, right?
I did tactical on you.
Okay.
Yes, which may have been a mistake, but. Oh yeah, Volleyball just puts me. Yeah, it's too late. Yeah, I'll just reroll one.
Okay.
That's bad. Well.
So I am not gonna die.
Yes, you will not die, it seems. Oh, this is very unfortunate. Right, so I'll hit, can I, if I can't, yeah, it's not gonna work. Yeah, sure, same thing. I'll hit you for 5.
Oh, you're hitting me for 5?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna parry your other crit.
Yeah, I'll hit you for 4.
4? Okay, and then I'll hit you back for 3.
Right, back to you.
Back to me. Okay, so
I think this stays secured until the end of the turning point, I believe, right? Actually, no, because I think it's if you lose it in the...
Yeah. If you're controlling it, so you've reset it.
Yeah, you're right. Once.
Okay, so this guy's your Grenadier, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so... I'll tell you what I'm gonna do is this guy's gonna move... Let's see, where's... So you have a 6-inch... So I gotta be outside of this, so... Let's just not fuss with this. I'm just gonna go 6 inches over here.
Mm-hmm.
And he's gonna set up and guard.
Sure.
Okay.
You've got this on everything, cool. Then you need to wait on that front. And you... Oh, I forgot about that, okay. This guy, you can do with this. What can you do? Not go over there, send you close. You can do what you learn. Really don't want to eat that Overwatch. So... So it'll be that thing, it'll be... guard, but then it's... that guy over there. Can shoot me freely. Yeah. The other way. So what? Yeah, sure. Okay, this guy will move Yes, 5 total. Let me hear. So move there, open door on the way, and go on guard.
Okay. So I will have this immortal move dash to here and switch to conceal.
Okay.
Actually, I just want to go all the way in the corner right there.
Okay. Again. There, you. Don't have much to do yet, right? Alright, I can't go through that door. I need to go around it, I think.
Yeah, you can't move through there.
Yeah. Forgot about that on this map, so this would be 1, 3. Yeah, 6 left. If I charge. Which would be to that. It's not enough. Just not enough. Barely. Okay. And then what else can it do? 1 more inch if I move dash. Still double jump, so no. I need to go back. Means this side is gotta go. Gotta go. Okay. So it'd be 2, 4, 9 to here. And then I could open the door. Would mean that this guy is right there in my face.
It's true.
How comfortable am I with that? Decent enough, I suppose. Yeah. Sure. I'll go there and open the door.
Okay.
Gotta go aggressive.
Alright, so I will have my Psychomancer activate. He's going to command the Tesla Mortal to open the door. And then I'm going to shoot this guy.
Sure.
So 6 dice. Hitting on 4s.
Pretty sure it's clear. Yeah, totally clear.
Oh, that was pretty bad. Okay, so 1 crit. 1 crit and a hit. AP 2.
Ooh, lag, come on.
Okay, so you stop that. So you take 3 damage.
I take 2, because it's 2-1, because I take 1 less damage from crits, right?
Oh, yes. Okay, and then he's going to just move. Go right there. Okay.
Right. Leader dude. Hope I eyeballed this correctly enough. 1, 2, 3, 6. Okay, and I got 4 left. Okay, I gotta do that again because I need to have his bubble turned on from the start so I can actually place him properly.
This is scary. There's a lot of bodies over here. Intercessors are just so damn tanky, man. They've got so much health.
6, and he's got 4 left with a move dash. Where's my line for obscurity? My line for obscurity is about that. I think. A little bit further, but. Trying to see if there's a line where I can shoot you, but I'm obscured from your Overwatch. Don't think there is actually.
Yeah, I don't think there is either.
Because of the geometry. Happy coincidence. Usually there is, well, not usually. Good amount of times there is, but on this occasion there was not. Am I okay with that? I would be. I mean, I'm unlikely to die. You hit 3, save 1, take 8 damage. You're gonna be injured. Fuck. Is that worth it? Not worth the risk. You already rolled poorly in last shot. But if I do it next turn, then I'm gonna eat it. Alright, sure. Let's risk it for a Jello Biscuit. Yeah, hero there. I assume you're gonna guard?
Yes.
Alright, go for it. One threes.
Okay, 3 hits.
Alright, so leverage. Level 2. And I save 1, that will be 8 damage.
So I'll reveal mark target.
Do I could roll 1, just take 4, that'll be ideal.
Well,
To be a scare.
you're not taking any damage because I'm revealing mark target.
Oh, what did that do?
Score a point because I shot you, but instead of dealing, it's like basically implant attack but shooting. But I have to forgo all damage for the shooting attack.
I mean, okay, sure. Okay, that's an interesting choice. Right, and then like I will shoot you.
Cool.
You will overcharge.
Okay. You get 3 dice, right? Because you're shooting through an engaged guy, or you're shooting through a guy in.
He's concealed. He's concealed. That's why he doesn't get in the way because he's concealed. If you look engaged, then yes.
Oh, okay. So he actually has to be engaged.
You have to be engaged. It can be either friendly or enemy operatives, but he has to be engaged in 1 in 5 wounds.
Okay.
Yeah, even shooting through enemies, it subtracts dice.
Nice.
So yeah, overcharge on 3s. Okay, so I reroll this for my purity seal and this for the tactical shit.
Okay. Alright.
There we
This
go.
guy gets blown away. I'll reanimate him.
Sure. Okay. That's it.
Okay. So we will have the accelerator move to go right here. We'll go right there. And I'll throw +1 APL onto the Tesla Immortal right here.
Sure. Let's see. Yeah. Nothing there on that side, and this side I would have to. Let's do. Oh, this is such garbage. Alright, this dude. Move this way. The 1. This way, the 2. Oh, we all have, right? Nope, none of them. But where do I go in guard? I'll get it away. And this protect would have to shoot 20 models and outside of 2 inches. Well, I want to be outside of 2 inches of my own dude for Tesla. Go move dash there and go on guard, I think. Yeah. So what's he got? Like you?
Okay. So I'm gonna have the Apprentec switch to conceal, and he'll move to right there, and I'm going to do Conjure Trauma onto this guy.
Okay.
So he's injured.
Yeah, fair enough. Alright, it's 1, 2, probably 7. Go here. Support just in case. And go on guard. And that's it.
I feel like I've lost this game. I feel like I've lost this game, but we'll see.
Your move, good sir.
Indeed. So we'll have this plasma sight. Go to there's no need to be aggressive with it. We'll put it right there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Back to you.
I'm done.
You're fully activated.
So,
okay.
I got the Overwatch, so well, technically I could, I guess.
Yeah.
It's good. It's good, could. But he's outside of. He's out of range. Okay. So there's no target, so you go.
Okay. to go there, that would still leave me open to being shot. God damn it. Is there any angle that I could not get shot from? I think right there? Does that put me out of your...
You have to rotate the guy a bit, but yeah, you can probably get out of line of sight. Remember though, there's this guy. He's also overwatching. We ain't guarding.
Okay. If I were to go to... Okay, that should do it. Right there.
Yeah, I can't see you anymore.
Okay. But I've still got line of or visibility from you because I can see your chainsword. Is that correct?
Yes. You could adjust.
Okay. So I just need to put myself an inch away from this door so we won't get obscurity from that. And I can see your chainsword. So I should be able to shoot him? Would that be
Yes.
correct? Okay. So we will do that. So I've got 5 shots, and I'm hitting on 5s. 1 hit. So you do take splash. It doesn't go onto your other guys, so you... Yep.
Yeah, take 1 off the top.
Yep.
And 1 crit.
Okay.
Oh, he sucks.
Just take 3 damage total.
So,
Okay.
down. Alright, you continue, I suppose.
This is my last activation. So this guy's gonna go 4. Let's see, sir. I don't know if there's an angle for that. There is an angle for this though, so we'll do the exact same thing over here. I'm so fucked this game. Like this game is so close to being over. If you win the activation, you just come in and kill this entire group.
Yeah, we go Leroy.
Like I can't,
Leroy Jenkins.
can't stop that from happening. That's the annoying thing.
I encountered the exact same thing when I played Hierotek against Tyranid Warriors.
Yeah, man. Like the team has no melee ability. It's a huge problem for the team.
Also, it's just that they just. I mean, my experience with Tyranid Warriors was that they just couldn't dish out enough DPS to chew through the 16 wind models charging at me before they got, in your face by the time it was turn 3, right? That was my experience with it. Yeah.
Okay, so you have guard mode over here. I could set this guy up in a way so we could put conceal on him. This is probably so stupid going for secondary attack ops.
I saw here is viable though. I mean, you could shoot him from here with impunity. But yeah, I mean that sets you up for.
The thing is it just doesn't do anything because I'm not gonna kill this guy. It doesn't, like, injuring your dudes doesn't matter because you've got and they shall know no fear. So if you go first, I mean, honestly, even if you go second, there's nothing really stopping you from just charging in and killing 2 guys. So I might as well try and get attack op finished. Like, I don't think there's any way I win this game. I think I've been completely bullied off the objectives, but we'll see how it goes.
Very well. Triangulation is completed. Well, you're 4 points up.
Yeah,
I
mean, you immediately get 4 points because you're holding. I'm actually not holding a single objective, so I'm not going to get any primary this turn either.
Alright, hold 3, I believe, right? Or so there's 20 points.
1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, you're holding 4, man.
Oh yeah, sorry, center 1. Alright. Initiative then.
Yes. This team's so hard to play.
At 4.
Well, GG. Alright. What do you got?
We're gonna do Assault Doctrine.
Why did I pick this team to play?
God
damn it, man.
Yeah.
This. Oh.
You do anything?
What are you playing?
The Assault Doctrine.
Assault Doctrine.
For rules.
Shit, I don't even know what. Like, there's nothing that can save me here. Oh, I gotta roll for reanimation. I don't know why I bothered resurrecting this guy, but alright. Comes back with 1 wound. Got it, buddy. I will do 1 CP, reroll a shot when I shoot within 6.
Okay. I did Discord damage limitation actually, no one died.
Yep.
Glad with that. And shotgun out.
Probably the first time in kill team history I've ever seen someone score a point with that.
Yeah, it's rare. Alright, yeah, I got nothing else. So, Taco reveal, I reveal nothing. Do you reveal anything?
No, I have already got everything revealed.
Oh yeah, you're right. Okay, so for situation, take away the tokens. For situation is just gonna be these both guys are relevant. Yeah, hilarious. I guess you makes sense. So you charge.
I'm really salty.
For the Emperor.
Right now. Oh god.
He will fight.
Committed to this team for 5 weeks.
The Apprentice.
I don't know if I have the mental fortitude to play all this. Okay, so you do take the Tesla weave.
Yes.
Of course. Yep. Who are you fighting?
The Apprentice.
Pentec. Okay, so this guy gets 1,000,000 modifiers to his. I get a crit and 2 hits.
I get 2 crits and 2 hits. So I just hit you for 5.
Actually, that's not bad. You hit me for 5?
Yes.
Okay.
I should have followed that first.
Let's see. If I parry this melee, or if I parry your crit, you have to swing at me for 4. Okay, so I can survive this. Okay, so I will parry your critical hit.
Yes, and I'll just hit you for 4 more.
Okay, I parry your last hit and hit you for 3. So he's down to 1.
And then I fight again.
Okay.
And I'll fight. What's more taking away is that, or I think if I finish off the Immortal. Yeah. Let's go for the Immortal here.
Okay.
And just finish him off.
3 crits and a hit.
Okay, so I kill you. Actually, well, he would have healed. He should be at 3.
You said you're fighting. Oh, the Immortal. Yeah. Oops.
He was at 3, but he still dies.
He's at 3. Yes, he still dies. We'll reanimate him for free.
Sure. Alright. Back to you.
Okay. This death mark is going to shoot your sergeant.
Sure.
I get to reroll 1 shot. Still misses.
Way below average. Goddamn.
Fuck. And you pass both your saves. Oh my god. This game is going so badly for me. Okay. We'll dash this way.
I feel the pain, brother.
Oh
God
man,
damn.
I would like things to go my way, please. I'm already playing with both hands and probably both my legs tied behind my back by playing this.
This guy.
Man.
The charge. The 2. Look me. That's 2. That's 4. That's 6. That's 9. Yeah, he fights.
You didn't pass anybody's. Oh my god, are you kidding me?
Yeah, so specifically kill this guy to clear the corridor.
Jesus Christ.
Charge this way.
Okay.
Otherwise, probably should kill the accelerator.
I didn't see that.
Charge there, fight the reanimator.
Okay. It's dead.
And then the immortal. Oh, Despotic actually.
One hit and a crit.
So punch 5.
There's no way I can survive this because if I parry here, you punch there. I parry this, you still have one more hit. Okay, I punch 5 and die.
Right.
Jesus Christ. Why am I playing this?
You push 4, right?
Oh, I'm so salty.
Bayonet?
Yeah.
Alright, take 3. He's done.
Yeah. Okay. So what can I even do here? I'll have this immortal move to. I can't. We didn't do intractable march. So I guess we're just going forward. Shoot this guy. Yeah, that sounds about right. Okay, so nothing. I'll reroll 1. Okay. Well, game. Go ahead.
Okay.
This feels so bad. Nothing is going my way at all.
It's okay.
Oh man.
Save 2.
Yeah. You just need 1 to go through. I think I have to.
Alright, so back to me.
There's like, what do I have left? He's wiped out my entire like,
leaders.
oh my god. I hope you guys are enjoying this. This is the Necron kill team.
Go to there, open the door.
Let's turn the music back on.
And shoot him. This is a pistol. And CPU. Alright, overcharge. Not good. We'll reroll. This one boss my CPU. Sure, why not? Yeah, anyway. Alright, spend my CP, reroll this. Goddamn. Alright, I take 3. I take mortal wounds.
Okay, we'll see if actually it's impossible for me to survive this. So I will concede the game.
That is fair enough, mate.
So I have lost my entire team at this point.
Yeah, totally fair enough.
I should not have signed up for this team for 5 years. Oh my god. This I hate being salty about this, but this team I think is by far the worst team that's ever come out. Like,
I mean, up there, I guess Kazarkin, most people will say is just better because it's still, I guess, at least it's 10 operatives and you got some.
Yeah, I mean, like, at the end of the day with Kazarkin, like, they're straight up worse than Scions, but I think at least the thing that they have going for them is, like, their shooting is still decent and their attack ops are really good, so I feel like they have some plays, but, like, holy shit, man, this team is bad. This team is so bad.
I played 4 or 5 games with Hierotek before this one, and they lead up to a turn because I really wanted to play them. I was trying to figure out what they did, but yeah, I lost everything. I lost every single game I played, and it was pain.
So this is my 7th game with this team, and I've won 1 time against a player who is new to the game, playing Kroot.
I played against a player that was new to the game, but he was playing Turner Warriors, and he still stomped me. Granted, I rolled bad, and the mission was like pretty good for him because it was like the all-out assault, long-edge deployment. So distance to cover was pretty damn short.
Yeah.
But I killed 1 warrior, I think.
Yeah.
And died essentially because the same thing happened. The giant meatballs got too close and destroyed me.
Yeah.
So
I was playing a gamble here. I took the Teslas because you're -1 on the crit damage, and I think that I don't know if that was the right choice. I mean, I rolled bad either way, so I don't
think it was, to be honest, because I mean it still means. I mean, Tesla compared to Gauss, just for the fact of having -1 crit damage, doesn't really make difference, I think, because you're getting 3/3 still instead of 4/4. So 1 more damage on the Gauss, and you're still AP1. So I would have still gone Gauss, I think.
Yeah. I mean, it didn't matter because I didn't actually like hit with any of my shots anyway. So it's like.
Against the Tyranid Warrior team, a very funny thing was that this guy left like one of the Tyranid Warriors out in the open after shooting me and leaving my death mark on like 2 wounds. So I shot him with the Apprentice first, did no damage. Then I shot him with the Chronomancer through the Apprentice, did 6 damage. So I always so 2 shots with like supposedly some of my best shooting because Chronomancer through Apprentice is meant to be good.
Yeah.
And nothing happened. He still had 2/3 of his wounds. Fuck me.
Oh man.
So, yeah.
That's sad.
It is very sad. I like to think that GW is going to do data slate. They're going to put the Chronomancer and the Cryptic and the Apprentice at 3+, as they should, and fix Living Metal, and make it so that players don't cost CP to revive, at least. And then that can make the team more bearable, I think.
Yeah. I mean, that would
primarily the 3+.
The melee is a really big problem. The team needs more actions, I feel like. So I really feel like they need like at least an extra body or 2. Because I feel like if this was like a 10-man team, like, or basically 8 minus the 2 plasma sites, I feel like it'd just be it'd feel a lot better playing them.
Yeah, for sure. They should have still gotten like their 8 actual dudes and 2 support dudes.
Because this is like basically I'm playing a 6-man team with APL2. So
yeah.
like, oh, man,
I did that once. Granted, it works with Tyranid Warriors kind of just because you're so damn tanky and you do have the deploy to give yourself 3P. But for example, Tau stealth suits. Yeah, I played that way back when. And it was a 6-man team with 2 APO.
Yeah.
It sucked balls.
Yeah.
Didn't work.
That sounds about right.
It did not work at
I mean,
all.
honestly, the Tyranid Warriors is pretty terrible into like pretty much any matchup.
Yeah, and Into the Dark they're kind of okay because they can't get shot off the board from across the map anymore.
That makes sense. Yeah.
So they do better in Into the Dark, certainly.
I'll tell you, man. I played against the guy running the flayed ones. So it's iBone X.
Oh, yeah.
I think his name is.
Mhm.
Flayed ones are really good in ITD.
Why are they better in ITD? Because I don't even remember the stat line.
So they're assault intercessors in stat line.
Damn,
And
they got 5 attacks,
5
3
attacks,
plus.
yes, with rending. And
Ooh, okay, nasty.
10 wounds. They can charge from concealment with a strategic ploy. You can do the strategic ploy to get 6-inch movement, but they have to be engaged. And you get 10 models, so it's like you basically just have 10 assault intercessors. And like shooting doesn't really matter in ITD. I mean, it does, but like you can get away with not being a shooting team.
Do they have any shooting option on the flayed ones, or is it a pure melee?
You can take the grenade scarab.
Nano scarabs?
Yeah, that's literally it.
Well, I guess it's like Tyranid Gene Stealers.
Yeah, I mean,
I guess,
you're Gene Stealers, yeah, for sure. But
I guess
it's pretty good. I don't know how it goes into like, you know, actually good teams like Breachers or I don't know what else is good in Into the Dark. Probably Blooded. People keep saying that AdMech is super good. Maybe it's just I haven't fought good AdMech players, but I just don't see it, man.
Yeah, they're okay.
Yeah.
I mean, now we're playing with like the 6-inch bubble of measuring through walls, and they're a bit better because they have a lot of auras going on. So it's beneficial for them. But
the auras still don't go through walls. It's just the attack ops and mission objectives.
The employees go through walls? As in the strategic employees and such?
I guess they would.
Yeah.
Okay.
The auras, I mean, it's like the shutdown rerolls and like the attack ops of having the enemy team within 6 inches of yours is not that bad if you get measured through walls.
Yeah, that's fair.
Oh, it's my first game with intercessors. Well, they're simple. That's that.
Yeah, I mean they're a stat check team. I have 6 14 wound guys in your face that will kill anything that I come near, and if you can kill me, then you win the game, and if you can't, I win the game.
Yes,
pretty straightforward. They're a good team, but yeah, man, thanks for the game.
Yeah, thank you for the game as well. And I would put in, because I'm not a TO, but I'm judging for the CPTS as well.
Oh yeah.
I would put in a word to try and switch out your team. If you're still thinking about that, let's Shane, you'll probably let you.
No, I'm gonna stick with my bad decision.
Oh well, that's very well.
I'm gonna commit to this.
This is okay.
Yeah.
Alright.
Yep.
I'll see you around, mate. Thank you for the game.
Have a good one.
Alright.
Alright. Final thoughts. Sorry for being salty. I'm just gonna be honest with you guys. This team is bad. They're really, 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 really bad. I would probably rate them as the worst team. If you threw in compendium teams, they're probably still worse than. I would rate them above heavy intercessors. They probably beat heavy intercessors, but even that would. I don't know. I'd probably have to play the game out in order to see if they actually beat heavy intercessors. They probably do, though. I think they've got enough tricks to beat heavy intercessors. I think they just straight up lose to Custodes. I don't see this team beating Custodes. I don't see this team beating Compendium Guard. I don't see this team beating Tyranids. They don't beat Compendium Necrons, funnily enough. The team that they're designed to replace is actually better than them. What else did they lose to? Or what else can they beat? I mean, I think Compendium Eldar beats them. Probably Compendium Space Marines in general beat them. Because they can just run an Assault Intercessor team, which will be slightly worse, but it's still more than enough. Yeah, I don't know if there's any Compendium team that this team actually beats. I mean, assuming players are equal skill, obviously. You can beat somebody if you're significantly better than them with this team. Yeah. This is gonna be hard. I'm gonna be honest, guys. It is what it is. I'm gonna still play this team out. Like I said, I'm stuck with this team for 5 weeks, so I'm gonna keep playing them and grinding through games. So we'll see if we can make some work. Some thoughts for this game, because I don't want to just get salty and say the dice screwed me over, which they did, to be fair. Let's try and analyze this and see where we can improve, right? So my theory about the Tesla weapons proved to be wrong. I don't feel like we got a lot of opportunities to shoot, because the times that we did, like, I literally just missed all of my shots. But I feel like the AP one on the gauze is probably still the best way to go. I've really tried the Tesla weapons a lot in Into the Dark, because I keep thinking that they're going to be good. But I feel like the gauze is just objectively better in most situations. Turns out shooting crack grenades at people is pretty good. So I think I should have taken gauze. I think that was a misplay on my part. I think recon felt really nice. I mean, look at my TAC Op situation, right? I have no primary points scored. I mean, this game's over, right? He's going to max out his primary easily. I'm going to be tabled next turn. But let's ignore that, right? Let's look at TAC Ops. So I managed to finish Triangulate. This is actually not Unyielding Agents. This is Unearthed Artifice. So, sorry, I misplayed and put the wrong TAC Op down. But, we could be in a position where I could have maxed that out this game, right? So let's not think about like the actual game playing. Let's just look at like what I could have potentially scored. And this, like, not Unyielding Agents, Unearthed Artifice is pretty much a guarantee in the games that I've played. As long as you unearth it in the first turn, just so you have it like out of the way and you're not like messing around with a two action or 2 AP mission action mid game where you actually need your AP, because this team is hurting for AP so much because you just don't have enough models to work with. It's hurting so much that you really need to do that on the first turn. And I think it's designed that way, right? Because you just have to put it outside of 6 of your drop zone. So it feels very much like the designers looked at that and went, okay, well, the Necron player's probably going to want to do this on turn 1, and then they have that set up. So you should be able to get 2 points from that. The Triangulate play, I think, is really, really interesting. So this is someone suggested doing this on Discord and running recon. I'm going to be honest, man. I've played 7 games with this team now, and I have I've lost. I said this earlier. I lost every game except when I played against a player who was still learning the rules and they were playing Kroot. So this team is not a team you're going to win games with. I think it's capable of winning games, but I think if you play against an experienced opponent, you're going to fall short. So I think the recon, or sorry, I'm losing my train of thought. So security is what I've taken in every game up until now, right? And my issue with security is I get bullied out of the center because this team has no melee ability. You can kind of get some melee hits in with Tesla, or not Tesla more, with the Hyperphase Blade Immortals. They're not terrible, right? You have 4 attacks, Space Marine profile, Ballistic Skill 3, damage 3/4. Like you can kind of fight guardsmen, but like if you go up against like a proper melee guy, like an Assault Intercessor, like there's no way you're gonna be able to fight this guy, right? He's just better. Like it's no contest. So that's something. I think that like outside of central control, like what other security tac ops are like really good for this team? Plant Banner, I don't really find that like a viable option for this team. They don't have the mobility and they don't have the model count to put a presence on a board in order to open up a lane that you could have a model run over in Plant Banner, and they don't have the mobility to have a model run across the board and do Plant Banner. If you're playing Hierotek Circle, you are playing from your deployment zone. For better or worse, that seems to be how the team was designed. So just that's something to be aware of. Like, I mean, look at my board state right now. Okay, I got completely bullied out of every single lane, but even if I was in an advantageous position, right? Let's say that maybe Dekra didn't play as aggressive as he did. Let's say maybe I got some shots through, maybe got some kills somewhere. Even if I was in a winning position, most of my team is still probably around the same position that they're currently in, right? And what I mean by that is like I'm still close to my drop zone. The reason for that is they just don't have a lot of mobility, and I don't have a lot of incentive to really get in close to my opponent because, like I said earlier, I have no melee ability, right? We're just shooting stuff. So I have no reason to move up the board. It's so like giving yourself tac ops where you're taking central control, you're taking Plant Banner, and stuff like that. You're kind of setting yourself up for failure because you're kind of putting your guys into disadvantageous positions. Whereas I think with Recon, yes, you're doing actions with your stuff. However, you have the Deathmark who can deep strike in and kind of get triangulate done. You can... I think Signal Beacon is something that's probably more doable with the Chronomancer. If you take the Chronomancer, you could absolutely get Signal Beacon in. But yeah, I feel like you can get it in with some other dudes. But I think there you just have so much more options with Recon. Like you could even probably make an argument for Overrun. Overrun might be a little bit hard. Probably not in a corner deployment, but I think if you're going corner deployment, you're just gonna go unearth, triangulate, and whatever else you try to get. Hopefully, if you're doing random drawing, you don't draw unearth and triangulate in the same 2 pair, because that would be a real feel bad moment. But I think if you do that, you always go unearth. Unearth is by far the easiest tack op, so this is the number one thing you want to go for. Then followed by Triangulate, and then probably followed by I'm trying to think. Signal Beacon, maybe. I would say Signal Beacon. Yeah, I think Signal Beacon's probably the way to go. If you're playing open play, Vantage is a no-brainer. I think Vantage is really easy on this team. Just because you have so many guys with fly. Let's see, what else? What else I was talking about? Yeah, so I think from now on, I'm just going to be going Recon. Because my main complaint with this team prior to playing this game has been tac ops. Like, I felt like tac ops have been this, like, just impossible task. Most of my games I've been getting 0 points on my tac ops. Whereas, I mean, this point we were, like, pretty much done with my tac ops. So that felt really good. So, what did I learn from this game? I learned that Gauze is what I just should be taking pretty much all times. I think Tesla is only viable versus I don't know, man. Like, I was gonna say it's only viable versus Guardsman teams. Yeah, I think I'd still stand by that statement. Yeah. I think it's viable versus Guardsman teams that are 7 wounds. I think as soon as you go to 8 wounds, Gauze is just objectively better. Because you just need 2 hits. Well, sorry, 3 hits to go through with a Gauze Blaster will kill an 8 model operative without an invulnerable save, no matter what. And that's something that Tesla cannot achieve. So that's kind of where I stand on the Tesla. I think my main problem with Tesla is the damage is low. Yes, they have 5 shots now instead of 4. But I think the main issue with Tesla is the shot count that you go through. So first of all, you don't have access to rerolls pretty much anywhere, which is not technically true, but it is, because your demand ability costs 1 AP. So you're usually not throwing demand out with your Desp attack because you just don't have the AP to use it. But the other thing is you do have a strat ploy to get a reroll, but you have to do it in 6. So it's doable, but it's really, you got to be careful with your CP. But basically what I'm trying to say is it's really swingy with the Necron guns. And so I feel like if it's going to be swingy, you might as well go for high quality 4 shots instead of the kind of bad quality 5 shots. And then you have your strategic ploy for your reroll, so when you shoot your good quality shots, you can still reroll one of those dice. And like I said, as long as you get 3 hits in, it doesn't even need to be a crit. You just need 3 hits, and it's a guaranteed kill on an 8 wound or less bottle. And that's a pretty big deal. Just a guaranteed 8 damage into something, as long as you get 3 hits and it doesn't have an invulnerable save, I think is invaluable. So I think that's going to be my final decision on Tesla versus Gauze. I think that Gauze is just something you always take. Yeah, I'm pretty committed on that now. I think I saw this was going to happen. I saw the Assault Intercessor Sergeant was going to kill me. I was just kind of hoping that I would be able to tank the shots because I didn't really have much else going on. I was considering moving him up and firing because this guy was in a position... Yeah, here we go. This guy's in a position that the splash would hit here. You could argue that should have been the play. I thought to myself, and I did the math in my head, that I don't think that ends up killing either guy. So I think that I would have just been in a worse position there, but we have time. We're just doing some review, so maybe I'm wrong in that assumption. So if we moved up and fired at the Assault Intercessor Sergeant, here's what we would have got. Yeah, that seems pretty consistent with my rolling. My rolling has been so bad this game. Let's say I'm not a complete muppet though, and we actually roll decent. So this would be 2 mortal wounds onto this guy, and then it's AP 2, so he would have got 1 save. Where'd that dice go? They're just going into the abyss. Okay. Oh, can we not roll these? Okay. So we got 1 save. He's not gonna save the crit because that's already. I think it's -1 damage to a minimum of 2 though. I don't know about that. So he saves that save. And he'll end up taking 4 damage. Okay, so that guy's now at 8 health, and then the Assault Intercessor takes another. Oh, this guy took 2 mortal wounds as well. And then this shooting over here. Yeah, so I mean, this is why the Cryptex need to be Ballistic Skill 3, man. This is just ridiculous that these guys are Ballistic Skill 4. It's it's honestly ridiculous to me. So yeah, we would have done another splash over here. So this guy goes there. This guy takes a splash, and then we get a hit and a crit. So this guy stops the hit and takes 1 more damage. So that's pretty average rolling, right? That's pretty average rolling that I just did there. That wasn't terrible. It maybe slightly below average, but I don't think it's that far off from average. And so we would end up doing 5 damage to the Assault Intercessor Sergeant and 4 damage to this guy, and then immediately dying. So I don't think it was the right decision to move there. Let me think. Was Mark Target the wrong tactic? I don't think wrong tactic. God, I can't speak. I don't think Mark Target was terrible. I think the play set up to go here and shoot this guy, I think that was fine. I think that was a fine play. This guy's already in a position where he's probably not doing much. I would have put 8 damage onto this guy had I not taken Mark Target. So, I mean, that's a thing. But, I don't really think that changes my board state. And that got me points right there. So, I think that would have been fine if I had managed to, like, actually get my hits in. Because, I mean, this guy was injured when he resurrected. But, he still hits on 3s when he's injured, right? So, all I needed to get was 3 hits in with 4 shots, which is pretty reasonable with 4 dice hitting on 3s. And that would have been a guaranteed 1 point for Mark Target. And so we would have maxed out Mark Target. So I think Mark Target's still, like, viable with this team. Depending on the matchup, though, like whether or not you think your opponent's going to put their leader in a aggressive position that allow you to shoot them. But I don't feel like that was a terrible decision for that tac op. I think my tac ops this game were actually really good. So, but I think this team just doesn't have the damage to even come close to being able to deal with Assault Intercessors. That's just not something they're capable of doing. So maybe we'll finish this off. I don't want to talk about this every single time I play this, because I feel like I do. I feel like I talk about this every time I play this team about what I would do to fix them, but that's always where we end up. This team needs buffs. There's no question about it. This is arguably the worst team in the entire game, including compendium teams. I think most compendium teams still beat this team. And the reason for that is their damage output is laughable. They have immortals. Like immortals, I mean, I've gone over in depth on the models that I think are really good on this team. And I think Immortals don't need any change whatsoever. These guys are super good. I kind of wish the Tesla was a little bit more... I would have preferred the old Tesla. I think I'm ready to make that statement. I would have preferred the old Tesla because the 3-3 I think is a real big handicap that you have to get over. Like, you just get put in situations where, like, when you fire your gun, you're gonna get 2 misses and you'll get maybe a crit, right? So you get like 2 hits and a crit. That I would say that's probably your average roll. And here's the thing about that, right? It's like, yeah, it's great you get lethal 5-up with Into the Dark, but you're getting 2 hits and a crit. What is that killing? What are you killing there? Okay? Let's say you're fighting a guardsman. Odds are that guardsman's going to be in cover, so they're probably going to be automatically retaining 1 cover save. So let's say that that's the only save that they make, and they fail their 2 other saves. Congratulations. Like, you're doing 7 damage to them in the perfect situation, right? If you're fighting an 8 model team, that is a guy left alive on 1 wound, right? So my argument is, like, you pretty much have to have the perfect storm situation in order to kill a model. And when it comes to kill team, like, injuring stuff is... It's not that it's bad, but you want to be killing models when you shoot, because you want to be reducing the amount of activations that your opponent has. Reducing your opponent's activations is a really, really, really big thing in kill team, because it limits the amount of reactions they could do to your models. It reduces the damage output that their team has, and it reduces their ability to perform mission actions and score points. So I cannot stress enough how important it is to kill models when you shoot them. Like, if you build your strategy around injuring models when you shoot them and not killing them, you're going to be setting yourself up for failure. Okay? So that's why I don't think that Tesla's good. So I would have preferred the other profile with 4 shots, damage 4-4. I think it was 4-4, right? Was it 4-4 or 4-5? I don't remember. But it's 4 shots, damage, I think it was 4-4. So that situation with Splash 1 is a lot more palpable, because if you get 2 hits through on your opponent, you're doing 8 damage instead of 6, which is a really, really, really big increase in your ability to kill a model, right? And that's why I think the Gauze is good, because you just need 3 hits to kill an 8-wound model, no matter what. Well, unless they have an invul, of course. But, so that's kind of where I lie on that. I think the death marks are pretty solid. I think where I'll kind of lie on them is you're just making the best with the rules that you have. It's not that I think the rules are good, but I think that they're not unplayable. The fact that you can deep strike in and get mission actions done, I think makes that model an invaluable member on your team. I think their shooting is good. Their shooting is really good. Their ballistic skill 2, damage 4-4, mortal wound 1. Yeah, it's pretty good shooting. The fact that it's heavy and non-silent is pretty brutal, but like I said, this team is so desperate for mobility that you just kind of got to play around it. And it's not unplayable. You can set this guy up in guard actions, and like it can accomplish things. It's not that bad. The Cryptex. So let's just talk about the Cryptex all really quick. These models are super good. The Chronomancer is probably objectively the best one. The Psychomancer, I think, has a lot of play as well. I think it's also probably a very close second to the Chronomancer. The Technomancer has good abilities, but I don't think it's ever worth taking. I don't think there's ever a situation where I would take the Technomancer. And the reason for that is just, it doesn't help me win the game, right? It just helps me stay alive. And honestly, that's not something that really matters to me. Because I feel like the game, Kill Team is such a lethal game that, like, if my models are gonna die, they're gonna die. Like, I don't have any invulnerable saves on my guys except for the Cryptek. I can take equipment on him. So, I mean, if I get hit with AP guns, like, my guys are gonna die. And resurrecting, resurrecting is something that, like, in this situation, I resurrected this guy because I wanted to try and win the initiative and get marked target with him, right? So that was my reason for resurrecting this guy, right? Over here, I resurrected this guy because it was free. There was no reason not to resurrect him. Outside of situations like that, I don't think there's any reason to go out of your way to resurrect people. And I don't think taking a character that has to spend actions to make a resurrection aura is worth taking over a guy who, like, makes your guys super fast, has the nanomine, and you have your Psychomancer over here who's got a really good shooting profile and also really good abilities. So that's why I don't think the Technomancer is something you should ever take. And everybody else is kind of whatever. This team, first and foremost, these guys should be weapon skill 2 in melee, along with the Prentek. Weapon skill 2 in melee, 4 attacks. Okay? Get rid of the 3 attacks, give them 4 attacks, give them weapon skill 2. Bare minimum, that's the first thing I would add. Okay? This team's melee is so terrible that I don't even think that it would change much by doing this. All it would do is allow you to fight something like an Assault Intercessor that gets in your lines. Because I'm at a problem right now that, at the moment, I can't fight this guy. Even if my opponent did not play well. Let's say I'm playing against somebody who's not particularly good at the game, right? And I'm not trying to insult a person like that, but I want you to imagine the situation, right? So my opponent makes a poor decision and decides to have this Assault Intercessor move up and fight this Plasma Site. So in this situation, this would be considered a poor move because you're trading a valuable piece, an Assault Intercessor, for a secondary operative, right? So this Plasma Site's not an operative that I particularly care about. I'm just keeping it around for mission actions, right? So assaults and kills it, and let's say they don't have any actions left, right? And I'm in a position where maybe this guy has like 7 wounds left. Maybe he's even injured, okay? And let's say that this guy either doesn't exist or is like busy fighting over here. So it would be nice if I had some characters on this team, aka the Prentek or the Crypteks, that could look at this situation. Maybe this guy's not on 1 wound, maybe he's on 10. That I could then go, okay, look, here's my melee weapon. I've got a 3/5 melee weapon that has no other abilities. I've got 7 attacks. Odds are I should be able to just move in and do 2 melee attacks and kill this guy. That's not an unreasonable thing. I mean, Vetguard can do that, for crying out loud. You know what I mean? And Vetguard's not supposed to be good in melee. You know, if you get a team like Tau that doesn't have any melee attacks, well, that makes sense because they're shooting. Like, even a basic Pathfinder is really good at shooting. I mean, they're basically like a... They basically have the profile of a Gauss Blaster without the AP, right? Because they're 4/5 with shooting. And so it makes sense that their melee wouldn't be good. But it doesn't make sense that Necron melee isn't good. Because Necron melee is just as good as Space Marine melee in 40k. Necrons are not known for being bad at melee. Like, it doesn't make sense to me. So I would fix that. Make that weapon skill 2, give them 4 attacks. It's not gonna change your tactics with the Cryptek or the Apprentech. You're not gonna be sending those guys forward and trying to beat stick people down in melee. Like, it just allows you to fight in melee. You know what I mean? So that's the first thing I'd change. The next thing I'd change is make all of these guys, including the Apprentech, ballistic skill 3. Make them ballistic skill 3. Make these guys good at shooting, because at the moment their shooting sucks. And it's not because they have bad guns. In fact, all of the Cryptechs, excluding this guy's gun sucks, but all of the Cryptechs have good weapon profiles. They're good guns. Okay, you have the Aeon Staff and the Entropic Lance with the Chronomancers. Entropic Lance is like an unlimited range melt-a-gun. The Aeon Staff is a blast stun bolter profile. The Technomancer has AP1, 6 shots bolter profile with the Staff of Light, which is pretty good. And the Psychomancer has the Abyssal Lance, which is just like the cream of the crop. It's 5 attacks, damage 2/2, AP2, blast 2, splash 1. Is really, really good, especially in Into the Dark. But making these ballistic skill 3 would all it would do is it would make their shots more consistent. Because at the moment you're at the luck of whatever you roll, and you know, I could hear the argument, oh, but you're supposed to use the conduit thing. It's like, first of all, this is a really hard play to set up. And I feel like I can say that with confidence now because I have played the what's this called again? The conduit. Magnification conduit. I've probably used it in half of my games, and it's pretty awkward to set up, but it is doable. But the thing is it doesn't really do all that much, right? So let's say my Cryptek decides to shoot. I know I'm just going to roll really good in this situation now. But, okay. So, no, we didn't roll. So, again, another reason why I think we should be ballistic skill 3. Look at this, right? I'm missing with 4 dice. If ballistic skill 3, we go to 2 hits. It would be nice. It's just, it makes the consistency just a little bit better. But, okay. So, we got my Cult Ambush rerolls, right? Oh, wow! So I got 2 hits instead of 3. You know what I mean? It's not like we're getting relentless where we're rerolling all our misses. We're just rerolling like one side of a dice. So it's like you could be in a situation where you roll a 4, a 3, a 2, and a 1, right? And then let's say maybe you get a 5. So like you're still rerolling just one dice. You know what I mean? Like, that's not an unreasonable dice roll that you're getting. And it just, you know, it's like the small things like that, man. So I think these guys should be ballistic skill 3. I think the, where is he? The Despotek. This guy should be ballistic skill 2, in my opinion. Oh, the Apprentech should also be ballistic skill 3 and weapon skill 2. It doesn't make sense to me that these guys are supposed to be the leaders of the team, yet they have worse profiles than like the basic grunts. That doesn't make sense to me. That doesn't make sense in the lore. These guys are supposed to be upgraded versions of Necron guys, so they're supposed to have better, basically better bodies. Necrons are supposed to be very proficient in the weapons that they use, which is reflected in their 40k rules. If you look at Necrons in 40k, they're all ballistic skill, weapon skill 3, right? And the leaders are ballistic skill 3 or weapon skill 2, depending, like the lords are like better in melee, obviously, and stuff. But my point is, like, Necrons are not, they're not guardsmen. They're not bad at shooting. They're not bad at melee. Like, why are they ballistic skill 4? So making these guys, I make the Apprentech ballistic skill, weapon skill 3. Or sorry, ballistic skill 3, weapon skill 2. Make the Cryptechs all ballistic skill 3, weapon skill 2. Make the Despotek, God, I can't speak. Make this guy BS2. Make him 2. Make this guy like a de facto leader in the group. Give his ability 0 AP instead of 1 AP for demand. I think that's reasonable. I was initially thinking maybe you want to make this guy APL 3, but I don't think that's necessary. I don't think that's necessary at all. I think just making his demand ability free so you can always use it is fine, because at the moment you're never using it. So it's like, if you have an ability, I'd rather being able to use it. I'd rather be able to use it than not use it. And I think that's probably all I would change. Ideally, I would like more models on the team. However, I don't think that that's an option that's ever going to happen, because the box is out. You know what I mean? They're not going to make the kill team impossible to play. If you just get the box. As much as I think adding in operatives to this team would fix a lot of the issues, I don't think they're going to add in operatives, because that would mean if you got the Shadow Vaults box, then you wouldn't be able to play this team. I think that is a huge design flaw. I don't think this team was play tested at all, and if it was play tested, it was play tested against either incompetent opponents, or it was play tested in a situation that is not realistic at all. Because I think anybody playtesting this team would be able to immediately find all the faults in this team. And I mean, they're taking Compendium Necrons. Let's be honest, guys. Compendium Necrons are like arguably one of the worst Compendium teams to be put out there. And somehow they've managed to make Compendium Necrons worse with this Hierotek team, which is pretty impressive if you think about it. If you look at their equipment's a little bit... I don't hate it. I don't hate their equipment. I think... do we have it on here? Yeah, we do. Okay. So these are terrible, and I would never take them. If they removed the action cost, and if it was just something that Deathmarks could use, I would consider taking it. Hyperphase blades are fine. Yeah, they're just fine. They're not great, but you don't really have much else to spend points on, so yeah, I don't hate them. Tesla Weave, again, kind of falls into the same category. It's fine. It's not great, but it's not something I'm really going to be like excited to take. The Arc Shock Projector, I don't know. Like, I just don't think Tesla is ever worth taking, so getting an extra inch is cute. Like, it's not terrible, but it's not like something that's that amazing. The Phase Shifter, I think, is a really good piece of equipment. 3 EP makes sense. This is a pretty big game changer. Gets this guy a 4-up invulnerable save. Yeah, like, this is a good piece of equipment. Devour Nanoscarabs is bad. Don't take this. Just don't take it. It's not worth taking. You're better off putting your Deathmark in guard than like putting yourself in a position where you might want to use the Nanoscarabs. And the fact that it's 3 EP is this is just bad equipment. It's bad in every way. It's like lethal 5+ indirect limited, but it's like the profile is so terrible that it's not worth taking. Quantum Reanimites. This is okay. This is okay. I wouldn't make it 3 EP because I think it's so niche that the EP cost doesn't really matter, right? But yeah, it's okay. I don't think there's you're not going to be fighting any teams that have that much mortal wound output at the moment. Maybe in the future that changes. But I mean, having a 4-up Feel No Pain versus mortal wounds that's pretty good. That's pretty good, right? Like, if you're fighting a team with a ton of splash, just having a 4-up Feel No Pain against Splash, and this is an aura too. This is an aura. That's pretty good. So yeah, I'm not gonna hate on that. I think it's a little expensive at 3 EP, but if you're in a situation where this is good, you're going to take this. So I don't hate their equipment. I think there's some useless stuff like the nano scarabs and the phase oculators or oculars. I think these are something I would never take in any situation. But the other stuff is kind of okay. So sorry about that long rant of my saltiness, but man, it's just like I just want to win games with this team. They're really fun to play. They have a really cool theme to them. I like the operatives that you're allowed to take. There's an interesting group of operatives. The Cryptechs are really fun to play. I just wish the team was stronger. But I'm committed to this team. I'm not changing them out of the command point tournament. So for the foreseeable future, I'm going to be stuck with these guys for at least 5 weeks and playing them. So we gotta keep practicing. I think we were able to slightly improve today by taking the recon. I liked that change. I think we stick with the gauze blasters. That makes things a little bit more manageable for me. We're not going to be taking the Technomancer, but we're going to be mostly using the Aeon Stav Chronomancer. But I think there's situations where the Psychomancer is really good. I think this was a situation where the Psychomancer was good. There's that. I mean, you could argue the Chronomancer would have been good here. The reason why I took the Psychomancer is because Nightmare Shroud is really, really good against melee teams. And the Conjure Trauma is really good against teams that can ignore injury. Because Trauma counters ignore injury. Because you always count as injured, regardless of rules. So that gets around this rule. That would get around I think that might even get around Custodes, if I remember the order of operations. I'd have to check that, but the order of operations in 40k is the attacker gets priority in that situation. So if I have a rule that ignores all rules regardless of whatever, it trumps a rule that you have that ignores all rules regardless of whatever. And I think it's the same in Kill Team, but I'm not 100% sure on that. So that's a really good ability. And then the Nightmare Shroud, it shuts off all rerolls within 6 inches of the guy who casted it, and you can't retain any crits at all. Everything's a normal hit. So that's a really powerful ability, especially like with Assault Intercessors, like well, not specifically Assault Intercessors, but just Assault guys in melee in general usually rely on like some ability like Rending or Lethal 5 on their attacks, or maybe in the case of Harlequins, you're running Harlequin's Kisses, and you're going from 7 damage to 3 damage with a Kiss, right? If I end up playing against Harlequins again, we take that Nightmare Shroud, and that is a dead Harlequin. I mean, you know, even if a basic Harlequin charges my Death Mark, for example, you might end up losing to the Death Mark if you're getting hit with the Nightmare Shroud. So it's a big deal. So I think that guy was a good decision. I think the Chronomancer would be fine here, but I think there's just so much pressure this Assault Intercessor team's putting on the board that I don't think the Nanomine's are really doing a whole lot in this situation, because he literally all 6 of his guys can take on any of my guys in melee. Even his gunner can fight me in melee because he's got 5 attacks with a combat knife. So like there's only so much I can do with the Nanomine. Having the 5-up Feel No Pain isn't really doing anything versus these guys, and at the moment, like, getting additional movement on my tac ops doesn't help me complete them. Like, I'm already pretty much done with my tac ops, so I think the Psycho was the right choice. So, well, maybe, just maybe, if we get lucky, we can win a game in this command point tournament with this team. Just maybe. Please root for me, guys. Please root for me. I'll be recording my games, assuming my opponent gives me permission. I always ask for permission if I record my games, because I think that's a bit of etiquette. But all right, that's it, guys. Well, I hope you enjoyed me getting my ass handed to me, as always. And I will catch you later. Goodbye.